Pirate Spring Training Report. Here we go, and Bob Walk is with us on the line. Walkie, good morning to you.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Doing well, just like the Pirates. Wow, what a nice start. Only 2 games, but what have you observed in the last couple of days?
Well, it's it's just spring training, so there's not really a whole lot to to be all excited about. I think that when we get toward the end of spring training, we'll have some answers as to who might be the last couple of guys in that bullpen. Is Pablo Reyes going to be the utility player? And little things like that. But maybe the most important decision is going to be this Jung Ho Kang, the player that he was 2 years ago when he was with us. If the answer is yes to that, that's going to be a big step in getting this offense turned into something that can really consistently support what should be a good pitching staff. So, so far, early, but you got to like what you saw from Jung Ho yesterday, a couple of home runs. It might not really mean a whole lot at this point, but, it's better than him making an error and striking out twice. So I like that.
Walkie, let me ask you this. Because of inexperience at shortstop right now, and Kang has played shortstop in his career in the past, and you have some people that can play at third base, is there any thought down the line of maybe moving him over to short?
Well, I asked that question, it must have been about a month ago now, and the answer was no, that he is not going to be a shortstop. I've gotten answers before about things over the years that turned out to not work out the way the answer was. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I got to just tell you, what I've been told, and know that he is definitely just going to be a third baseman, and that's going to be it. Obviously, he is a very good third baseman. Being an ex-shortstop, the glove is not something that you need to worry about over there. And if that bat is back, wow, what great news that would be for the Pirates.
Yeah, that'd be a big boost, no question. Being a pitcher that you are, not were, that you are, the pitch clock. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll have to see it a little bit more. I mean, it's the way it was yesterday is pretty much meaningless. It doesn't really get started, until the pitcher gets the ball back from the catcher as soon as he catches it, and after that, 20 seconds is plenty of time. It didn't start after foul balls when the umpire threw the ball back. A couple of times on pass balls or wild pitches, it didn't start. A couple of times it did. So I'm not real sure that they have all the kinks and stuff worked out on this, but as long as they're going to continue to do 20 seconds after the pitcher catches the ball on just after a ball one or strike one, something like that, well then I don't see how it's ever going to be a situation. The only time yesterday where I thought it was even going to get close was I think we were in the field. It was late in the game, and they had some runners on base, and we were looking into the bullpen. Pabst, who was catching for us at that time, was looking into our bullpen, looking for some signs because they had runners on base. What do you want to do? Their hitter was out of the box looking at a bunch of signs down from their third base coach. And the whole time this is going on, the pitcher is standing on the rubber waiting for everybody. Well, while he's waiting for everybody, the clock is ticking. And it had nothing to do with him, which is what I've always said happens most of the time anyway. Unless you've got one of those rare pitchers that goes and walks all over the place behind the mound, it's not going to affect the pitcher because he's up there waiting on everyone else to get their stuff together in these situations more often than not. The clock got down to about 4 seconds, and I thought, it's going to hit zero. But as soon as the guys got ready, boom, the pitcher went in the stretch and threw the ball home. So that wasn't even close. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think if they do introduce it into the major leagues, they'll probably change it a little bit, tweak it some. My idea would be, give the guy, after he gets the ball back, give him 10 seconds to look in for the sign. 10 seconds to get on the rubber and look in for the sign, because after that, it's kind of out of his hands. He's waiting on the hitter. He's waiting on the catcher. But for the guys that like to walk around, after they catch the ball, they better be on that rubber in 10 seconds. There's no reason why they shouldn't be.
Hey, we have you guys with the Red Sox today. Who gets a look today? Who gets the pitch today?
Jordan Lyles is the guy that's going to start the ball game. He'll probably be scheduled to pitch 2 innings. He's the penciled-in number 5 starter, and unless he has a horrible spring, I don't think anything would change. They picked him up in the winter just for this spot, kind of taking Nova's spot in their rotation. So we'll see how he does. But I think if he has a decent spring training, he definitely is Plan A for that 5th spot in the rotation. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what he does today. But it's he could have a bad game today, and it's not going to change anything. Now, if he has a bad game 2 weeks from now, maybe they start talking about, Brault's really looking good, that sort of thing. But right now, Jordan Lyles is the guy for that 5th spot, unless things change later in spring with injuries or lack of performance.
All right, that's what spring training's all about. Walkie, thank you. Talk with you on Wednesday.
Hi, Jack. Take care.
Okay. Bob Walk for Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply, where they care about care. Your Pirates Spring Training Report.